Hello friends, welcome back to Nitwit Bioscience. We are discussing about the TAG metabolisms, in which we had studied that when the synthesis of the triglyceride will takes place, then it is known as a lipogenesis, and when the breakdown takes place, then it is known as a lipolysis. Okay, so today we will see the factors which will decide when lipogenesis and when the lipolysis will takes place. So that is the heading of our today's lecture, that is the regulation of TAG metabolisms. What we had discussed, that lipogenesis is the condition of well-fed state, alright, and lipolysis, that is the breakdown. So this takes place during the fasting or prolonged starvation. Okay, so lipogenesis is the condition of the well-fed state and lipolysis is a condition of the fasting and the starvation. Regulation of the TAG metabolisms mainly takes place by the hormonal regulation. Hormone will regulate the process of TAG metabolisms. So here in the lipogenesis, which takes place during the well-fed state, insulin is the hormone which will govern the lipogenesis, and for lipolysis, which takes place during the fasting and the starvation, so here the hormone is glucagon or epinephrine. So while directly discussing the regulation of TAG metabolisms, first let us understand the process, how it can take place. Just we had discussed that it is mainly the hormonally regulated, means the insulin and the glucagon are hormones are required. So before that, let us see once again, let us revise that TAG, it is made up of the glycerols and the fatty acids. So if we regulate the process which providing this raw material, suppose this is a final product of the factory, so if we regulate the process which are providing this raw material, so ultimately we can regulate the process. Suppose these are the the product. So if it is available in the less quantity, then the TAG synthesis will not take place, means the lipolysis will take place. And if these raw materials, these are present in abundant quantity or in the large quantity, so it will give the signals for the synthesis. So that will exactly happen here. Here we will discuss the process which will regulate the synthesis or the synthesis of glycerol and the fatty acid, and ultimately it will regulate the process of TAG, means either the synthesis or the lipolysis will take place. So let us discuss how. First we will see the how lipogenesis, what are the signals which will govern the process of lipogenesis. Yes, insulin is mainly the hormone and takes place during the well-fed state. So during the well-fed state, when there is a high amount of the glucose is present, so one of the way which will give the signal for the synthesis is that the adipocyte, it has a glucose transporter force. So during the well-fed state, when there is a high level of the glucose, so the glucose will enter in the cells. This glucose will undergo the process of glycolysis. One of the intermediates of the glycolysis is dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and which will ultimately convert to glycerol 3-phosphate, means from dihydroxyacetone phosphate we will get the glycerol 3-phosphate, and this glycerol 3-phosphate, it will help in the process of TAG synthesis. Alright, so if the more glucose is there, more glycolysis will takes place, we will have the more glycerol 3-phosphate, so TAG synthesis will increase here. Okay, second way, second was the in TAG, one is the glycerol and the second is the fatty acids. So if there is some way by which we increase the production of the fatty acids. So ultimately the process of lipogenesis will also increase. So let us discuss how. First, this insulin will regulate the hormone pyruvate dehydrogenase. What this hormone is, what is the function of pyruvate dehydrogenase? It will convert pyruvate into acetyl-CoA. Okay, so if the more acetyl-CoA is there, then we will have the more citrate. Alright, and if the more citrate is there, then the fatty acid synthesis will also increase. Okay, insulin regulating the pyruvate dehydrogenase, then pyruvate will convert to acetyl-CoA. Means pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, it helps in the conversion of pyruvate to acetyl-CoA. More acetyl-CoA, then more citrate, and the more citrate means more fatty acid will synthesize. This also you can check the link for this fatty acid synthesis in the description box. So more fatty acid synthesis, so ultimately the lipogenesis means the TAG synthesis will takes place. Another way by which we can increase the fatty acid synthesis is regulating the enzymes acetyl-CoA carboxylase. This is very important enzyme of fatty acid synthesis. You can check my previous video about this acetyl-CoA carboxylase. Function of this acetyl-CoA carboxylase, it converts the acetyl-CoA into malonyl-CoA. Okay, malonyl coenzyme, and if we have the more malonyl coenzyme, ultimately the more fatty acid synthesis, and the more fatty acid synthesis will again give the signal of the triacylglycerol synthesis, means the lipogenesis. Okay, so one way, more glucose in the presence in the adipocytes, so we will have the more glycerol 3-phosphate. Second, fatty acid synthesis regulated by two way. One way is the pyruvate dehydrogenase, second is the acetyl-CoA carboxylase. So both way fatty acid synthesis will increase. Third, what is the opposite of lipogenesis? Lipolysis. Okay, so if some way we suppress the process of lipolysis, then also the lipogenesis will increase. So here hormone sensitive lipase, this enzyme is involved here. What is the function of this hormone sensitive lipase? Lipolysis is the triacylglycerol will convert to diacylglycerol, and the diacylglycerol will convert to monoacylglycerol. So here hormone sensitive lipase is involved here. Okay, what insulin is doing? Insulin is causing the dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation of hormone sensitive lipase. So if the dephosphorylation of hormone sensitive lipase will take place, so this is the process of lipolysis. So lipolysis will suppress, so ultimately there is a signal for the lipogenesis. So these are the three ways by which the lipogenesis is regulated. Now we will see the how lipolysis will regulated. Lipolysis means the breakdown. Breakdown means TAG breakdown. When the TAG breakdown will take place? When we need energy. Okay, so this is takes place during the fasting and starvation. Okay, hormone is glucagon or epinephrine. There we had discussed about the acetyl-CoA carboxylase, which is a very important rate limiting enzyme of the fatty acid synthesis. Okay, so if more fatty acid synthesis will take place, so lipogenesis, and if the less fatty acid synthesis will take place, then it will give the signal of the lipolysis. So what this enzyme is doing, we will write in a short, acetyl-CoA carboxylase. So what glucagon and epinephrine is doing through the process, various process through the G protein coupled receptor, and ultimately it will phosphorylate. Okay, and phosphorylation, it will inactivate these enzymes. This enzyme is inactive in the phosphorylated state and active in a dephosphorylated state. So in a phosphorylated state, it is an inactive state. Inactive state means less fatty acid synthesis, so that will give the signal of lipolysis. So glucagon causing the phosphorylation of acetyl-CoA carboxylase, and there we discussed that insulin causing the dephosphorylation. So dephosphorylation means the active in a dephosphorylated state, and in the phosphorylated state it is inactive. So inactive state means the less fatty acid synthesis and the lipolysis. Another, the same enzyme, that is a hormone sensitive lipase. Hormone sensitive lipase that we had just discussed, triacylglycerol to diacylglycerol, and this enzyme present here which will convert the diacylglycerol to monoacylglycerol. Okay, so this enzyme is also regulated by glucagon and epinephrine. By the same way, it is causing the phosphorylation of this enzyme. Okay, so after phosphorylation, this enzyme will become active. So active enzyme will increase the process of breakdown, that is the lipolysis, and will ultimately we will get the energy. Alright, are you getting what is happening here? Okay. So this is how the TAG metabolism or the regulation of TAG metabolisms will take place during the fasting and the starvation, means the lipolysis, and during the well-fed state, synthesis. Alright, so this is all about the TAG metabolisms.